My mom was kind of supportive because she saw that I was pretty passionate about it, and I didn't really have anything in school that I talked about, like I talked about flight training or becoming a pilot.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Ooh, she's a fake pilot. But my dad was not supportive at all. So,
yeah.
And my bunica, my grandma, said I was going to kill myself, quite frankly. So
Dang.
now
Are they proud?
They're proud now
Okay,
because
cool.
they see that it worked out, and I'm not dead.
I'm not dead.
my
My parents were very hesitant and confused at first because they kind of
confused.
saw it kind of coming out of nowhere. Because it's not like I tell my parents like every thought that I have in my head, you know, about my dreams and aspirations and stuff. And they didn't really think I was serious about it at first. They thought it was just something that I wanted to do. But my parents have always been very supportive of everything. Whereas like if I wanted to try something, they were very open about it.
So they thought it was a phase.
They
Mine were a
kinda
little afraid of that
thought
too.
it might be.
Yeah.
And-
Kids go through phases,
Yeah.
so I think my parents were afraid that I was going to pour all this money into it, pour my heart and soul into it, and then go
and then
through
not
another
like
phase.
it.
Yeah.
And they didn't see
So-
it as like something I wanted to pursue as a career. Aerobatics terrifies them, but they support
Aw,
it.
yeah.
but
that's so sweet.
it genuinely terrifies them. But they're like, you know, we know you're
Understandable.
passionate. So, but yeah, they really are my biggest fans, and they make it all happen. So.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so sweet. Do you rent or own the 172 I fly, and then you fly an Archer?
I own the Archer.
And I rent.
If I got the time, maybe. Pretty busy with IFR. That's kind of what I do every day. So I don't take a lot of passengers as much right now. But yeah, if you're in the area, maybe.
I was gonna say, yeah, boy, right away, but I am doing job training right now, so waiting on funds a little bit, but my answer is yeah. But talk to me first, we'll figure something out.
Yeah.
But
It takes
for sure.
it's money, time, and
Yeah,
you
like
know,
I don't want to
yeah.
ever turn anyone away, though, because I want to take everyone flying with me.
I think it would be really fun to build one when I
Yeah.
am way down the road, like a lot of people do. Like I'd love an RV-8. But like practically right now, it just doesn't make any sense.
Like,
It
as a
just doesn't.
student,
It's like there's so many different specifics for airplanes, and it's kind of just like right now my life isn't catered around like to build one. You know, like I can't. I don't have that kind of time. Like
yeah.
I'm just trying to fly it, like let alone build.
We're in
thing.
training.
Like,
Like, we don't got time to build.
I don't have time to build one. I'm just trying to like build my life.
I think I would buy, but more likely co-own, because I think you share the stress too of that, and
Oh,
just
yeah.
planes need
Oh,
so
yeah.
much maintenance.
Yeah, co-owning is like definitely a fun way, and you have like friends. It's really
Yeah.
fun.
So I think I would
Yeah.
co-own, because I've thought about it, and I think in the future, like well into
Totally.
the future, definitely co-own.
It's a lot easier and not as intimidating as you might think, even though I had a really bad first experience, but like we're not going to count that. Most people are really cool. And so kind of just like walk into literally like any part of like an airport. A lot of GA places are really cool.
General
And-
aviation.
Yeah, specific.
GA,
Yeah,
general
GA.
aviation, yeah.
And kind of just like walk in, look up flight schools, go in and kind of like do some jazz hands, be like, hey, I want to fly an airplane, but I have no idea where to start. And like everyone will just like hop on you.
Google local flight schools. That's a great
That
place
is
to
good-
start.
That's also good too.
Most of the time in general aviation, they want to help you, and they're so excited to see new flyers.
Everyone that I've ever met is just so supportive. Like give or take
Yeah.
2 people, but like pretty much like everyone wants to help you fly.
Yeah. Oh, but when we're saying local airport, we mean
Don't go to like SeaTac. Go to an
Yeah.
FBO. Just ask around because like everybody kind of
Yeah.
knows everybody in this field.
yeah.
Everyone knows
I realize
everyone.
we should say the difference between the two, but yeah.
Also, be picky. You know, like if you don't like the vibe, like
Yeah.
there's always other flight schools. There's always a way. Be picky. There's no point in wasting your time and your money if you're not happy and if you don't get along with your CFI. So it's important to be picky.
It's important to get along with your CFI. That is a huge point.
Yes,
But we'll
yeah.
end it right there.
Yes. Okay, so there's no rush to get into aerobatics, you know, like there's not really many aerobatic pilots in general. Aerobatics is really weird. It's not the same as, you know, just taking flight lessons and going and getting your PPL. You have to find an airplane to use, you have to find parachutes to use, you have to find people to train you, and and if you go to an aerobatic school, like they'll have all that, but there's not a lot of aerobatic schools. At least there's none in this area. And so it isn't like there's no license that you get to fly aerobatics. You can just go do it. And that's not always the safest bet.
Yeah.
So have
Don't do
someone
that.
like
Don't
sign
just
you
go do
off for
it.
like solo aerobatics first. my kind of thing with aerobatics is I just got really lucky a lot of the time, and a lot of people have given me a shot. And so I won a flight shops contest, and I got to go to Canada, and I got to fly in an extra 300 with Luke Penner, who's like an aerobatic champion, and it was really cool. And I'm actually going back to do more training with him. But that was awesome.
And
that's what
she'll be
inspired
vlogging
me.
it.
Yes, I will be covering
Go to her
that.
channel down below.
First, you have to get your tail wheel endorsement, because like besides like the aerobat, you know, like you're probably going to be flying a tail wheel aerobatic plane. You know, like they're all like Citabria, Decathlon, Extras, MXS. You know, like they're all like everything is kind of for the most part tail wheel. Do upset recovery training. Do advanced spin training, which is what I'm doing in a few weeks. So learn how to get yourself out of inverted spins, learn how to get yourself out of flat spins, learn how to get yourself out of spins in general, because there's so many ways that it can go wrong, and there's no rushing the process. The process. Just go to the IAC pavilion at Oshkosh. That is a great place to start. That was like where I hung out for like the whole time. I'm also wearing a jacket from Oshkosh, so that's really fun. The basics of aerobatics are very hard to do, and they're hard to pick up on, but they're very, you know, they're fundamentals. And you have to go through the very tedious aspects of aerobatics, which is just like doing roll after roll after roll, you know, because like I am, you know, like I've competed, but that doesn't mean that I am good at aerobatics. It just means that I can do them, but I can't do them well. And I especially am not ready for solo aerobatics yet, because I haven't done any emergency maneuver training yet. And so I'm gonna go do a bunch of like crazy spins and like every kind of direction.
No, I meant like aerobatic training is like a hidden little adventure where it's like you can do it, but it's also kind of like hidden. Like it's so not black and white.
I just got
like
lucky. I just really got lucky. It's like it's so not black and white. It's not. It's not the same as going to a you know, school and getting your PPL. Like my advice is just like be outgoing and make good connections, because aerobatics is all connections kind of at this point for me.
A lot of aviation happening to me too. A lot of it has happened because of just meeting people and them being super helpful.
Aviation is all about connections.
And a lot of job fields are like that, but you don't get a lot of those connections if you don't volunteer at events, which I didn't mention earlier, and go hang out at the airport.
That's the best way. Like volunteer. I mean, it won't work out like for everybody like it did for me. Where
of course,
where they were just like, because that was just a bunch of random connections where the plane was there, and then they, you know, it all worked out. But it was a crazy experience. That was insane.
You need to make a video on that.
I'm gonna probably make a video on that. It was like that was like what the.
So, long story short, mine is to get my IFR, my instrument flight rating, get my commercial, and I do want to go into bush flying. I want to maybe fly up in Alaska and do that when I get my ratings and stuff.
So cool.
But honestly, I'm keeping it pretty open because things change just all the time. So I have things that I definitely want to do. Like I definitely wanted to get my tail wheel, and then I did this past spring. But then other things kind of like you with aerobatics.
I would have never known. I would have had no idea. Would have never had any idea I'd be here. So
for me, it's IFR and commercial and get a job flying. But honestly, that can look like so many different ways. So
for me, you know, finish up my instrument rating. But I'm also getting so I'm doing commercial instrument at the same time. So I'm going to have those together. And then I want to be a CFI more than anything else right now. Of course, I want an airline job, but like I am so passionate about the idea of being a CFI. There is nothing that I can think of that would fulfill me more, because I really like it, and I think that I have a knack for teaching people, and so that is something I'm super passionate about. So I'm really excited to be a CFI. Like I am so stoked to do that. Eventually get to the airlines. You know, not too late, but I'm not in some mad rush either. But I'm very excited for a long career, and then aerobatics, you know, in there. So, I think I want to get up to like maybe intermediate advanced.
So that's all
we've got.
Thanks so much for asking questions, y'all.
Seriously. Because made this video happen.
Nobody could have asked.
Yeah, that would have been super awkward. We would have been out here in the woods all by ourselves.
Would have just been like us
kind of
ants chilling.
You know, with the ants.
Thanks y'all so much for watching. I'll see you in next week's video. Go follow Han on her Instagram and her channel, link down below.
Yeah, watch my aerobatic journey. It's quite a wild ride.
Yeah, honestly, that's gonna be so
Don't know how it happened, but.
And I apologize for the lighting changes in this video. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to snap out with me?
Yeah,
like,
sure.
1, 2, 3.
And
suck on that!
Yeah, it's like light looks good. Will it last? Probably not.
Probably not. So, in short, for the what price should you expect? have a face.
Abby doesn't exist.
Okay, so
Abby
you
just
could die.
faded to oblivion. Like,
Just like the
Just
the
like duct tape.
dispersing meme where it's like,
aviation has helped definitely unlock that and shed some light on the subject because
I've changed the ISO so many times. Gosh, now
Yeah.
we're ghosts again.
Yep.
Yeet. Okay.
Abby just lost her soul. Like,
It's like being sucked out. Whoa, it's actually so beautiful. Okay, we need to wrap this up because y'all,
Anyways.
we need to go hike.
yeah.
What price
I'm
should
sorry.
you expect?
What? You don't exist? Like, is that a voice over there? Like, she just
so
faded
attacked
into
right now.
oblivion. Like, look at her. Yeah.
Thank you.
Wow. Okay. And
So-
Abby's back to Earth now. So. Pasa.
Right. Okay, so mic is on. I think we're ready to go. Wow, really, kids? You're gonna come here and be loud now? You sound cute, but go away.
Can't relate. Probably. Whoa, that child is not happy.
Do you want to show the thing on your?
Oh, sorry. Someone
your
was like
jacket?
getting shot over there. Like, oh my god, I love it. He's so hyper. I love it. I got a lisp. I find that happens when I talk for too long. My
Yeah.
mouth gets mushy. So I don't know if you heard that. I'm like, okay.
Filming in the
Um,
woods.
Yeah, and so, dog. Hi. Oh my gosh. You gotta cut a lot of this because it's like ranty. Night, dog. Have a good life. I'm just gonna start this whole thing over because like I just went on an entire like and so if you really want to get into it, start by getting your tail wheel. But
Yeah, it's perfect because you're starting to crawl on me more, and the
oh,
battery
there's
is dying.
one on your head too. So we're just gonna
hard to do when you don't have the like
coordination.
trolley or
The coordination. There we go. They're finally out.
I think we're good.
I think we're ready to go.
ready.
They're probably just like they're gonna forget about us.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's the plan.
They'll get over it, you know. Everybody does. Right? No hard feelings, guys.
When somebody moves in without paying rent, you know, you just forget
Just-
about it. You're just like, oh,
just-
there's people in
yeah.
the attic, but you know, there's somebody on Instagram where like they had people. She lives in Utah, but they had people like living in their attic. And I'm
Did
like,
they know?
I don't know what to say. I think they were druggies, like living in their attic, and they were homeless.
Yeah.
And they called the cops on them. And anyway, yeah.